John, there's another fight on this card that really interests me. It's his first fight into the UFC.
Come on.
He's also favored right now at a minus 130 over Lerone Murphy at a plus 110. And he hasn't stepped foot in that cage in the UFC.
The best part is here is a guy who has never stepped foot into the UFC's octagon. He's never had a fight for him, never done anything. They're going and doing photo shoots on him and doing all this stuff. And why? Josh, they know. He's a different animal now.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say they know.
You don't want to put a jinx on something. You're worried about. You're worried about the mojo. And I admit, if there's one element that has me in that position where I look and I go, here's my one thing. How is he going to handle going into that cage for the first time? It's just a cage, but it's different. And how's he going to handle that? Because look, Lerone Murphy's had a lot of fights in the UFC. He's comfortable in there. Will Aaron be comfortable? I'm being honest. I look at this fight and I think that Lerone Murphy is a fantastic fighter, but I don't think he matches up anywhere with Aaron Pico. And that's saying a lot. Huh? That is saying a lot because, like I said, he's a great fighter. He's fast. He's got beautiful stand-up. His takedown defense has really gotten good. He's going to get taken down, and he's going to get beat up.
Oof. Those are strong words, John.
Well, I'll lead him.
Strong words.
I don't think I'm going to have to.
Look, we've had this conversation, I don't know how many times in the last 5 months, not based around Aaron Pico, but based around guys leaving PFL and Bellator and coming over. The first fight's always the most difficult. And so that does scare me. The fact that he changed his opponent, he was training for a wrestler, basically with very little stand-up and, some submission threat. But that didn't scare me. The Evloev fight did not scare me. I was like, dude, he's going to sprawl and brawl, and he's going to touch him with his hands. And one thing Pico has is fucking power.
And he's got fast hands.
I'm like, yeah, and they do come out quick. And also, too, they come at pro boxing style angles where they come up a little bit at a three-quarter turn. They come over the top as well. They come uppercut, left hook. He's tight with his boxing. Straight punches. He does a great job. So I guess with Lerone, like you said, feeling very comfortable out there. Understanding that this is my house. You're going to come into my house in your first fight, that you're going to beat me. Lerone being up in there in that top, 5 or 6, I think is where he's at right now in the rankings. This puts Pico right into that mix. I liked more of the Evloev fight. You're not scared at all about this fight. This fight does concern me. Only reason, and I'm riding with Pico because Pico's my boy. I'm riding with Pico, but I'm simply saying it does scare me. This is more of a dangerous fight. Not more of a, if everything goes according to script, the way that I would write it up for Aaron Pico, he dominates this fight. Dominates it. But we know it's a fight,
It is a
John.
fight.
It doesn't go that way.
We'll see.
I could write it up.
See.
But he's got the better wrestling. I think he's got the better boxing. The speed, I think, will be a little bit of a factor for him. He's going to have to deal with the speed. And Lerone is going to keep it. He's got to keep Aaron guessing. Either jumping knees or push kicks up the middle, a lot of lateral movement. Don't stand directly in front of him. Don't let your foot go outside that black line. It can't be between the fence and the black line. It's got to be either on the black line or pushing into the forward. You've got to be pushing into the center of the cage. Do not let Aaron Pico get to your legs. He's going to lift, scoop. He's going to gather the legs, or he's going to lift, scoop, dump you forward, face first into the mat, and then he's going to look to take the hips in the back. Grappling wise, we've seen Aaron Pico get so much better in his grappling, whether it's armbar attacks, leg lock attacks. He's been working nonstop on getting better. He's a full-blown man now.
That's
full-blown man.
This is the whole, look, when he started, he was an 18-year-old boy. Okay. And you got to give it. He was an 18-year-old boy who had a ton of experience in a lot of things, but he was 18 and he was going into a weight class he didn't belong in. Yeah. And he was fighting someone that had a lot of experience. And you look and you go, who put him there? Well, we know who put him there and why and all this stuff. And, now it's a different concept. It's a different entire situation. And the one thing I'm going to say is, long ago, Freddie Roach, I was sitting having a lunch with Freddie Roach. We were at the Contenders. It wasn't the Dana White Contenders. It was actually the boxing Contenders that used to be. And
Sergio Mora. And
exactly. Sergio.
Yeah, some of the other guy. I can't remember. Sergio Mora.
The first one was Gomez. Was the
Yes, Gomez.
But
great fight.
We were talking about Aaron Pico all the way back then, because Aaron was coming up to wild card and boxing, and Freddie Roach told me, he goes, John, I hope the kid does not go into MMA. And I said, Freddie, with his wrestling and stuff, he's tailor made to go that way. He goes, I can guarantee that if he sticks with me, he will be a 147-pound welterweight champion of the world. That was his view back then. Mm. Now that he's a man, and I just look at him now, and he looks different. You just look and you go, all the baby stuff is gone, the cheeks gone, all that stuff. He's a full-grown man who knows what he wants to do, and when Aaron Pico focuses and puts those goals out in front of him, he usually goes and he just pops those off and attains them. Now that he's been with Jackson Wink for as long as he's been, I know Greg Jackson absolutely loves the kid, thinks he's, the next big thing. And I think he's right. I think that come next week, people are going to start to see, oh yeah, the 145-pound division in the UFC, they have some new people there.
Yeah, I hope so. That's what I hope. I mean, look, you take a look at him when he had lost his fights and was starting to make his run back, you take a look at his body. He wasn't able to fill out the way that he could have. It was very much like the Chase Hooper.
Yeah, exactly. Look at his legs now comparatively. I mean, it tells you everything.
I'm going to give you one guess. I know you're going to get it. Who does his body look like to you? Out of past fighters.
Oh my God. Well, now?
One body. One. Right now,
Justin
body.
Wilcox.
What does his body look like now? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Frank Shamrock.
Yeah, very much too. True.
They're built like both. I know this is going to come like they both kind of have like a little bit of the bowl-legged walk, big broad backs, big broad backs, big chest, shoulders, big both like shoulders, and just I'm like, damn, you're ripped, bro. Like I saw his video.
That's why I said Justin Wilcox was ripped.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I look at more like Frank only because even though it looks like it's like a little bit of baby fat around the waist, there's no fat there. But it still looks a little, but then the chest, the shoulders, he's got the triceps. He's a stud, man. When I saw him doing the workout with Sam Calavita, we're doing the push hops up the hill and then doing the bear crawl backwards up the hill. And then obviously doing all the bike work and stuff they do and the sled pulls up the driveways or up the road in front of the driveway. I'm like, this is crazy, man. This is craziness. And right there next to him was Chimaev. Yep. So just watching, you have two guys fighting on the same card. One's the main event. You're the co-main event. This is your first fight in the UFC. There's a lot at stake, and I know that he can handle the pressure, competing to try to make it to the Olympic team, and then, coming in at 18 years old, 19 years old into the Bellator, having your fights in a weight class you should never have been in, just because a lot of guys at 145 wouldn't have fought him. And even the guys at 155 didn't want to fight him. So there was a lot of that, like indecisiveness of who he's going to fight. Now he knows. And so this is a huge deal for him. We love Aaron Pico, everything about him. In terms of the marketing for the UFC, he's a home run. All he's got to do is win. Because what people just see him as a fighter, and that's fine. Maybe you see him as a former wrestler and whatever, like a Golden Gloves boxer. You call him whatever you want. But what he is a great human being.
That's exactly. Look at Josh. Here's the difference. Aaron's got to do his job. That's win. Mm-hmm. But the UFC is going to make him a superstar because people are going to fall in love with him. You know what he's like. I know what he's like. He is absolutely a fucking fantastic individual. And when people see him fight the way that he can fight, and then they see him, he's going to be dressed up in his suit because he wears suits. He doesn't, he acts like it's a business now, which it is. We not even had those talks with him. Right.
Yeah.
And so he's the full package. So he's got to do his job. He's got to go out there and win. And that's not easy, but he definitely has the skill sets to do it. And then the UFC with their marketing, stand by. You're talking Conor McGregor style, they're going to make him a superstar.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree. I think there's all he's got to do is do his part. And, he's not going to be a Conor McGregor on the mic, but he's going to have that lovable appeal to him that I think that the casual fan will love. And so that's what you're trying to attract right now is the hardcore fans like, oh, he's soft. He's this. They may say that. And they may say like, oh, he's fun to watch fight and just jump on the bandwagon. But what you need to do is he's going to be able to attract a lot of the casual fans. They're like, that guy is not who I would think would be fighting inside that cage. Yep. I would never guess that guy who is soft-spoken, good-looking, takes care of himself. Like, obviously he has a son. Like you see his videos online. You're like, he's out there with his kid riding horses, doing motocross track stuff, like on their little electric bikes. Like you're already like, I'm already over here rooting for him. I've been rooting for him for a long time, but like just me talking, I'm sure some of our fans now or some of our members here are listening to us. They're like, all right, I have to check this kid out. Good. He's a fantastic human being. So I'm looking forward to that. This episode is brought to you by BetUS. Make sure you guys YouTube 150 for the promo code. Also, Element, use the link in the descriptions down below. Any product you buy from there, they will send you a bonus package of product if you use our link down below. Element's amazing, man. I love it. And I want to say thank you, man. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support us.